Hello again, this is Dr. Andy Ashworth. You'll have seen me before on the first video. Now what we're going to do is move on even further, again using the brain to help you to feel better. Let me explain again on the game of snakes and ladders. By now we're up to here, the calm survivor stage. The next stage is to go up the ladder of safety. When we've gone up the ladder of safety, we then need to engage and become integrated with the closest five that we have. We're going to call them family. But it sounds quite straightforward. The clever part is we're just simply going to use your brain to do it. Now, the safest place any of us has ever really felt was in Mummy's arms. And whenever we look at a baby, we see that the baby actually has a very particular gaze. Baby either looks up and to the right or up and to the left. Like this, I'll show you with my eyes. Up and to the right or up and to the left. Now what's interesting here from a medical point of view is that the nerve that moves our eye up and outwards is called the third cranial nerve, and the one that moves up and inwards is called the fourth cranial nerve. Now each of those cranial nerves has inevitably got a control centre. Those control centres lie in the automatic brain. And in between the control centre for the third cranial nerve and the fourth cranial nerve lies an area called the Edinger-Vespal nucleus, which is a calming nucleus, a calming down control centre. And perhaps that's what's causing the baby to actually look like that, because the baby calms itself down by stimulating its parasympathetic, its calming down nervous system. What I'd like you to do now is be aware of what makes you either anxious or angry. And when you think of that, I would like you to experience some anxiety or anger so that during this period we can actually help you to deal with it and reduce it. First of all, think of the thing that makes you anxious or angry. Now scan your body. Be aware of the feeling in your body that goes with that anxiety or anger. Many people feel tightness, many people feel butterflies. Be aware of the quality of your particular feeling. Now score it out of 10, where 10 is the worst it might possibly be. Now I'm going to ask you to look up to one side or the other. Now, in the surgery, I use a pointer to actually guide people. But because we're on a video, I'm going to have to ask you simply to do what I do. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look up to one side for 15 seconds. Now score your body again and look up to the other side. By now you'll know which is the better side for you. So look up to the better side for you for as long as it takes for the body feeling to go down to 0. I'd like you to pause the video now, please, and switch back on again when you've been baby gazing constantly like this up to either 1 o'clock or 11 o'clock and the feeling in your body has gone away. Pause now, please. Now, if things are down to 0, if you now feel calm, you can carry on. If not, I'd ask you to pause the video again, please, until you really are down completely to zero. Once the body feeling is down to zero, be aware of your anxiety or anger. I'm expecting that it will have gone. Interestingly, be aware of what it was that made you anxious or angry. I'm now expecting that you'll be indifferent to whatever was the cause. What I'd like you to do now then, is now we feel safe, is to actually move towards integration. The emotion we need to think about here is care. We care for others. We accept care from others, and we care for ourselves. Perhaps the most straightforward of those is caring for others. We can just get on with it. The problem is it does set us apart a little and can make us feel a little bit more isolated and make us seem more isolated to others. So I'd like to introduce you to thank you therapy. Thank you therapy is really quite straightforward. When somebody says something or does something that you find nice, pleasant, complimentary, simply say thank you. Don't brush it off. Say thank you. Don't make a big deal of it. Just thank you. You're not saying this to encourage people to do it. You're saying this simply to remind yourself that somebody has done it. And over time you'll find that you actually get used to accepting care from others. And as you accept care from others, you'll find that you're also able to care for yourself better. It may be that you've found doing your hair, your makeup, shaving, a little bit of a chore in the past. I expect you to be finding that you enjoy that. Self-care, self-grooming. So enjoy your time with your family. Enjoy those precious 5 people. And if you're feeling any of these symptoms again, then you can baby gaze again. If you feel the panic that you felt before stage 1, you can do the writing exercise again, followed by the baby gaze. You have the skills now to actually deal with your own anxieties. It's your brain that will deal with your emotions so that your emotions don't mess with your brain anymore. Thank you for watching.